is drink beer for breakfast. All I want to do is drink beer for breakfast.
KPAM News Time 741. It's first edition. News Talk 860 KPAM 740 on a Thursday morning means the first edition Beer Geek is on the air this morning with the guys from Stormbreaker and everything you need to know about Brewstillery 2. Dan Malick and Rob Lutz, welcome back to KPAM.
Yeah, thanks for having us back, Tim.
You guys have outdone yourself with your show prep this year.
Certainly, we certainly went bigger. Not only with our prep, but with our festival too. Just to kind of tell you real quick about it, we've got 23 breweries and 22 distilleries that paired up to come up with these perfect beer pairings. We'll talk in detail about that a little bit later when we sample. We've got the street closed down this year, tented out, heated, got a band playing. It's going to be great.
Yeah, because you were here last year to promote the first ever Brewstillery, and it looks like it's really become an event compared to last year.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to step it up. Last year went really well. There was a lot of people that wanted to get into it, so we opened it up a little bit more space, and brought in a few more breweries and distilleries. I think we have 10 more distilleries than last year and 6 more breweries than last year.
Oh, very cool. So the whole idea is to pair up craft beer with local spirits. I mean, how do you go about matching up a brewery with a distiller?
Great question. So we kind of wanted to do most of it just kind of pulling out of a hat, just to give people an opportunity to work with people they haven't before. Of course, there are many breweries and distilleries that already had kind of partnerships that they've been working on. Gigantic and Ransom is one that comes to mind. And so they asked, can we be together? And so we said, of course. And then for the other ones that were left, we just kind of made it random and see how next year we would like it to be different pairings, different partnerships next year. And
is the idea to sample the beer and the spirits side by side at the virtually the same moment? Is that the whole point?
That's actually a good question as well. That's how it all started. Dan and mine, our love for beer and whiskey, we pair all our beers with a whiskey or a spirit at our pub. But actually, one of the pairings you're going to try today, we recommend trying it together and actually pouring the spirit into the beer. Kind of makes like a nice, like, fruity, juicy, citrusy berry beer cocktail.
Oh, fantastic. Well, let's get into it. What have you guys brought today?
Our first pairing is our Biff and Griff Back to the Future themed beer.
Oh, we know how much you guys love Back to the Future.
It's a dry hop Belgian wit that we paired with Wild Roots Marionberry vodka.
And this is the one where you're actually supposed to pour the vodka into the beer?
Yeah, we do recommend that.
Okay.
Maybe to start off, take a quick sip of the beer and then of the vodka, and then just dump it in.
Wow. So
it's I gave you a kind of a small little sample there. The Wild Roots Marionberry vodka is 60 proof
it smells
vodka,
just like Marionberries.
Yeah, and also the Biff and Griff's a 5.5% ABV. So this will be definitely one of the lighter pairings there. So kind of give you a little break from some of the barrel aged.
Well, they're both delicious on their own, so I'm going to dive right in here and mix them up. Join in, guys. Come on.
This is the sound of us drinking now.
It works really well on the radio.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, that's really interesting because it all works together because you got the sweetness of the Marionberry vodka, and you've got that wit flavor, that yeasty flavor as well.
Yeah, and coming up with the actual pairings, it's definitely a trial and error process. We sat down with Allie from Wild Roots one night. She brought over, I think, 3 or 4 different items for us to try, and we had probably sampled at least 6 or 7 beers to see what went best. And
it's research.
Yes, it's research. I did not think that this was going to be the winner, but this one kind of was far and away the most interesting and most fun pairing, and that's what we went with.
Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, that's the fun part about it is, yes, it's research, but that's what we want this festival to be about, is trying new things together that a lot of people haven't done this way before. I know beer and whiskey pairings isn't a new thing, but we definitely focus on it and, bring people to this event. We definitely want them to, have fun with it.
We're talking with Rob Lutz and Dan Malick with Stormbreaker Brewing, which is hosting Brewstillery 2 coming up this Saturday from noon to 8 at their pub on North Beach in Mississippi. All right, let's go to pairing number 2. I'm ready to dive in. So this is what?
So this is our Baltic Porter that we aged in Bull Run Temperance bourbon barrels, aged with Bull Run's American whiskey. They're Temperance American. So aged in different whiskey barrels than the whiskey that you're actually drinking with it. The Baltic Porter has a nice, like, chocolatey, silky, smooth, creamy kind of mouthfeel to it. And this whiskey definitely has a really nice, like, caramel sweetness. And together they're just blend really, really nicely.
Now, is this one I'm supposed to mix together, or am I supposed to sample them side by side?
I would recommend side by side.
Oh. And is that what you're going to recommend for most people who attend the festival? I mean, other than the one that we did mix together, is side by side?
There are a few exceptions. So in our program, what I really like about the program is we've had each of the teams kind of put together their recommendations and why this pairing's so good. So the program's a little bit more of a booklet, but it'll give you some good reading while you're out there. And some people do recommend, maybe sipping the spirit first, or maybe the beer first. And, I think one of these guys were saying, as it warms up in your hand, you'll want to really notice how the flavors come out a little bit more. So there's definitely some intricacies and different details with every single pairing. So each one's super unique.
I enjoyed doing the beer first, and then a little bit of the whiskey, and then back to the beer. So and that really kind of gave it a nice, you can really appreciate all the flavors. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think like, oh well, I'll use the beer as a little bit of a chaser, but sometimes the whiskey actually is a good chaser for some of these higher octane beers.
All right, so what's the strategy for going to this festival and being able to appreciate everything without being totally buzzed by the end of the night?
Yeah, that might be tough to avoid, but I am going to send out the program today so people can get a good look at it and kind of look at some of their favorites that maybe they've been looking forward to, circle a few and attack it that way.
Right.
But I mean,
Don't expect going and to knock everything off the list.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's certainly a lot. So definitely be smart about it and kind of pick and choose your favorites, I'd say.
Do you guys get to enjoy yourself at all on Saturday, or are you going to be running around trying to make this thing fly?
No, maybe at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe Monday.
All right. Well, it's fantastic, and thanks so much for bringing in the samples. It's really a neat way to experience it. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm a little busy this weekend, but that's another story. But thank you guys so much for coming in. For folks who want to know when and where.
Yes, exactly. It is this Saturday at Stormbreaker Brewing in Mississippi District, 832 North Beach. It's 12 to 8 p.m. You can buy tickets on our website now. It's $5 more at the door. And we also have a VIP option where you get a nice Glencairn glass here, which really is quite spiffy. And also, this is also, it'll be Rob's birthday on Saturday.
Birthday, Rob.
So when you see him running around, wish him a happy birthday.
All right. Very cool. Guys, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming in.
All right. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Dan Malick and Rob Lutz with Stormbreaker Brewing. Brewstillery 2 coming up on Saturday.